So here's one way to define factorial. There are lots and lots of ways to solve this. So we're going to define a procedure, and its input is the number n. And what we want to do is compute this function. We're going to compute n times n minus 1 times n minus 2. So we're going to need a variable to keep track of the result as we go, as well as a variable to keep track of how many times we go. So we're going to define a procedure that computes the factorial of n. What we need to do is multiply all these numbers. So we're going to have a variable that keeps track of the result so far. And we'll start by initializing that to 1. So we'll call that result. And we'll set its initial value to 1. And we're going to keep multiplying by n until we get to the end. So we're going to have our while loop where the test condition is as long as n is greater than or equal to 1. So we're going to start with n as the value that was passed in. We're going to subtract 1 each time we go through the loop until we get down to 1 and keep updating the result. So the result keeps updating. So we want the result to be the previous result times n. We also have to change the value of n to keep reducing n as we go. So we subtract 1 from n. Every time through the loop, the result is multiplied by the current value of n. N is decreased by 1. We keep going until we get to n is equal to 1. We're not quite done yet. We want to return a result, and the value that we want is stored in this variable result. So we return result here. So let's try that in the Python interpreter. So now we'll see what happens when we have the input 4, our child playing with the blocks, and we see the result is 24. There are 24 different ways to arrange the 4 blocks. Factorials increase pretty quickly. So we could also use the factorial procedure to figure out the number of different ways to arrange a deck of playing cards. If we have a deck with 52 cards, there are 52 ways to pick the first card, 51 ways to pick the second, and so forth. And when we run this, we see that the factorial of 52 is this really big number. That's why you can have so many different card games. Every time you play, the arrangement of the cards is going to be different.